Okay, so today we are
starting to put the waterproofing over the stem wall. Two very special guests today. One of them is our new pup, Maple. This is her. And then the other one is Jackson's mom.
Yep, so we're gonna try to waterproof the foundation today. Hopefully we get it all done. It shouldn't be that hard once we figure out how to do it. So to waterproof the foundation walls, we used a product that was specifically made to adhere to ICFs. It's Polywall's Home Stretch Peel and Stick. So it's a waterproof barrier, it's a peel and stick barrier that will just adhere directly to the ICFs and then as well as the concrete footing, and it'll keep all the water and moisture from seeping through the foam, through any cracks or holes in the foam, and then into the concrete, and then ultimately into our crawl space. We poured dirt onto it. We actually used a few different products from Polywall. The first one you're seeing is their detail tape, as they call it. It's about a 1 foot, so a 12-inch wide roll that you can use to detail things. So we're using it specifically here to do that angle in between where the ICFs meet the footing. That way we're not dealing with a whole 4 foot tall roll trying to bend just the bottom of it. We specifically want to try to waterproof that junction in between where the footing and the stem wall meet. That way, if there was water getting right up against our building, it doesn't get in between that crack where the stem wall's sitting on top of the footing, and we don't get water seeking in. When we put the polywall around the corners, what we're doing is we're putting a piece underneath our big 12-inch piece that will waterproof that bottom part, because if we just put that whole roll around the corner, we would have had to cut the bottom 4 or 5 inches, which would leave that open to getting moisture under it. Putting this piece down first allows that bottom to be waterproofed, and then we'll lay the top piece on and it will be shingled so that water can't get in there, and it will be all sealed around the corners. So see, now, theoretically, there is... See, now they overlap, and now there's no way for water to... When we go to put up the big 3 foot wide roll, it's actually meant to go vertically. You can see the black strip along the top and bottom. That's actually some of the sticky material that's exposed on the front side. So when you overlap them vertically, those seams can get sticky to sticky. That way it's not just sticky to the outside of the poly wall. However, we don't have a very tall stem wall. It's only 4 foot tall, and about a foot of that's going to be exposed above the ground. So if we were to do 3 foot strips around the whole thing, it'd be 3 foot tall and 3 foot wide. It would have taken forever. So instead we just cut them into short 6 or 7 foot pieces and then put them up like that. When we got closer to the end of the roll, we were able to just roll it on as we went, which was actually way easier than putting it up as a sheet, but we couldn't do this with our giant 60 foot roll. We could just do it at the very end. As you've been seeing throughout the video, we've been taking a J-roller and rolling the peel and stick onto the ICFs. That way it really gets a tenacious bond to the ICFs.
Okay. Okay, mine's up.
Just put that through your...
Can you help us
she's
back?
gonna dig it. She's moving in. That's it.
That stuff's on a little twig and it launched something at you, Mom.
On each side of the house we have a 4-inch PVC penetration. Those are for things like our propane, our septic, and our fresh water. We had to cut around these on the peel and stick, so I just used a utility knife to cut around the edge of the pipe. And then I'm going to go back before we actually fill it in and use some blue barrier to really get that connection secure.
We use that to patch? Oh, no wonder it's all goofy.
We did go around along the bottom and used Polywall's blue barrier between the connection of that cement of our footing and the peel and stick because it wasn't a great connection. So we went around, put a big bead of blue barrier on there and then smoothed it out with a trowel to seal that. That way water isn't seeping up under the water barrier at the bottom of the foundation. Once it dried, it stuck pretty well and it sealed it very well. So I'm pretty happy with that. We also mechanically fastened the top of the peel and stick to the ICFs using a large washer and a wood screw. That way it wouldn't have any tendency to droop down and it would stay really tight.
Let's keep going. Dog. And this battery's dying, so that was fun.